Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen. Good afternoon, honorable members. Welcome for this afternoon session. And we could start. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
May I at this point invite Honorable Ndambuki to come forward and lay the paper before us.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Dominic Ndambuki, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriations Committee. Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly today, Tuesday, 16th April 2024. The report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the second supplementary budget estimates for fiscal year 2023-2024. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
May I invite Honorable Dominic Ndambuki, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to come forward and give that notice.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, once again. Pursuant to Standing Order number 208, I wish to give notice of motion that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the second supplementary budget estimate for the county government and the Assembly for the fiscal year 2023-2024, laid in the Assembly on 16th April 2024. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
May I as well invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come forward to make statements to us.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee met today, 16th April 2024, to prioritize business for the House as forwarded by committees and honorable members pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 151, Suborder 6D. The committee balloted business as follows. Tuesday afternoon, 16th April 2024, at 2:30 p.m. A, statement on what the county government is doing on floods-affected areas in Kinania Ward by the Honorable Francis Kaviu. B, the MACHAKOS County Supplementary Appropriation, number 2, Bill of 2024, first reading by the Honorable Dominic Ndambuki. C, consideration of report of the second supplementary budget for the financial year 2023-2024 by the Honorable Dominic Dambuki. D, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2024, that's second reading by Honorable Dominic Dambuki. E, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2024, the Committee of the House by the Honorable Dominic Dambuki. F, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2 of 2024, third reading by the Honorable Dominic Dambuki. Wednesday, 17 April 2024 at 10 a.m. A, statement on status of Machakos People's Park by the Honorable Brian Kisila. B, statement on status of Ani Dispensary in Kiva Ward by the Honorable Alphonse Mutinda. C, report on assumption of office of the second governor of Machakos County by the Honorable Phoebe Koki. Wednesday afternoon, 17 April 2024 at 2:30 p.m. A, statement on status of implementation of projects in the annual development plan for financial year 2023-2024 for Masinga Central Ward. B, statement on status of county machinery by the Honorable Brian Kisila. Statement A is by the Honorable Joshua Mwonga. C, motion on establishment of youth and sports incubation centers by the Honorable Anastasia Mutevu. Tuesday morning, 23rd April 2024 at 10 a.m. A, response on status of implementation of projects in the ADP for 2023-2024. Tuesday morning, 23rd April 2024 at 10 a.m. Response to a statement sought on beneficiaries of distribution of seeds to farmers in Masinga Central Ward by the Honorable Charles Mbova. And B, motion on establishment of youth and sports incubation center by the Honorable Anastasia Mutevu. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Next order. May I at this point invite Honorable Francis Kaviu, MCA Kinani Ward, to come forward and give a statement. Honorable Kaviu, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the fourth schedule of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the county government is mandated to deal with implementation of specific national government policies on natural resources and environmental conservation, including soil, water conservation, stormwater management system in the build-up areas, and water and sanitation services. Honorable Speaker, aware that the country has recently experienced a lot of rains and excessive flooding in many parts, causing drowning and destruction of infrastructure. Aware that in Kiasa village in Kinani Ward, a resident constructed a dam which is currently full and spillway is now emitting a lot of excess water through the nearby roads and adjacent homesteads, leading to flooding and displacement of the residents. Further, aware that in Itimboni village, in the same ward, another resident has constructed a long perimeter wall across a waterway, thereby diverting the flow of water to the nearby homesteads. Informed that the same at Samora village, investors have done excavations of maram, creating gullies and open excavations, which upon filling with water poses a lot of risk to the residents in the area. At this time, the county is experiencing a lot of rains. Honorable Speaker, I wish to seek a statement from the Chairperson, Environment and Natural Resources Committee on the short-term and long-term measures the county is undertaking to, 1, to ensure mobility in the affected areas, given that the soil in the stated areas is black cotton soil, which at this time is waterlogged, and movement in those areas have been very difficult. B, to prevent excess storm water from flooding into the roads and the villages and their related risk. C, to ensure that structures constructed within the area have undergone the due process of approval. And lastly, to ensure NEMA and the county government enforces backfilling of any excavations done to excavate maram or any mangrove by any agents. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kavio. That statement is committed to the Environment and Natural Resources Committee to report on or before 23rd April 2024. So we have a very short period of time. Please make sure you work very fast and give us this report. Next order.
Order number 8, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation number 2 Bill 2024, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, first reading.
May I invite the clerk to proceed?
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issuance of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending 30th June 2024, and to appropriate that sum for certain public services and purposes.
Thank you, clerk. The bill is committed to the Budget and Appropriation Committee for consideration. Next order.
Order number 9, motion, approval of second supplementary budget estimates for the financial year 2023-2024.
May I invite Honorable Dominic Ndabuki, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to come forward and take us through that motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Pursuant to Standing Order number 208, I wish to move the motion that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the second supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the Assembly for the fiscal year 2023-2024, tabled in the Assembly on 16th April 2024. Honorable Speaker, I wish to call upon Honorable Justice Motuku to second.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Justice Motuku. Thank you, Honorable Justice. I now propose the question that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the second supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the Assembly for the financial year 2023-2024, tabled in the Assembly on 16th April 2024. Before I call upon members to debate this motion, I would invite the mover to come forward and highlight on the report. Honorable Ndambuki.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm going to table before the House a report written by the Budget and Appropriations Committee, which is the 6th report on the supplementary budget estimates number 2 for the fiscal year 2023-2024. Honorable Speaker, the supplementary budget was tabled before the House on 20th February 2024 and committed to the Budget and Appropriations Committee. Further, the CCM Finance submitted an addendum to the supplementary budget on 21st March 2024 and additional notes on 8th and 9th April 2024 consideration. The supplementary budget is prepared in accordance with Section 135, subsection 2 of PFM Act of 2012, which stipulates that a county government shall submit a supplementary budget in support of the additional expenditure to seek authority for spending through the county assembly. The law provides that an appropriation act can only be amended through a supplementary budget. The Machakos County second supplementary budget for fiscal year 2023-2024 seeks to amend the Fiscal Year 2023-2024 Appropriation Act to accommodate internal vote realignments and reduction in conditional grants. Honorable Speaker, some of the proposed changes, Honorable Speaker, which is page 5, in the second supplementary budget are: A, increase the recurrent budget from 10,666,596,067 Kenya shillings to 10,761,527,647 Kenya shillings. B, decrease the development expenditure from 5,908,680,845 Kenya shillings to 5,688,167,708 Kenya shillings. Under the recurrent budget, the major changes are coming from the following: A, Office of the Governor reallocations of 16.25 million Kenya shillings. B, Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works increased by 982,989 Kenya shillings. C, Department of Health increased by 75 million Kenya shillings. D, Department of Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development increased by 5.65 million Kenya shillings. E, Department of Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management increased by 18,416,041 Kenya shillings. F, Department of Gender, Youth, Sports and Social Welfare decreased by 5,617,398 Kenya shillings. G, Department of Trade, Industry, Tourism and Innovation reallocations of 2,976,406 Kenya shillings. Under development budget, the major changes are coming from the following departments. A, Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works decreased by 71 million. B, Department of Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development decreased by 78,171,930 Kenya shillings. C, Department of Health decreased by 130,442,227 Kenya shillings. D, Department of Water, Irrigation, Environment and Climate Change reallocations of 93.35 million Kenya shillings. E, Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management decreased by 99,898,980 Kenya shillings. F, Gender, Youth, Sports and Social Welfare decreased by 21 million Kenya shillings. G, Department of Trade, Industry, Tourism and Innovation increased by 150 million Kenya shillings. H, Department of Education decreased by 17.5 million Kenya shillings. I, Department of Devolution increased by 12.5 million Kenya shillings. Honorable Speaker, the second supplementary budget is financed from the following resource envelope. A, own source revenue, where the county government has retained its own source revenue at 2,998,879,462 Kenya shillings. B, equitable share. Pursuant to Article 202, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution, the equitable share allocated to the county government of Machakos in the fiscal year 2023-2024 based on revenue raised nationally is 11,3,296,347 Kenya shillings. C, conditional grants. A reduction in the conditional grants to 1,326,596,199 Kenya shillings. D, hospital revenues. The county government has retained the hospital revenue projections at 1,008,000,000 Kenya shillings. E, equalization fund. The county government has factored in an equalization fund share of 12,923,347 Kenya shillings. F, asset disposal. The county government has provided for 100 million Kenya shillings from disposal of assets. Honorable Speaker, the proposed expenditure for the county government of Machakos will be reduced from 16,575,276,912 to 16,499,695,355 Kenya shillings, consisting of A, recurrent expenditure of 10 billion 761,527,647 Kenya shillings to cater for personnel emoluments of 6,722,620,150 Kenya shillings, operations and maintenance expenses of 3,922,421,450 Kenya shillings, and current transfers of 115,986,047 Kenya shillings. The resultant effect is an increase by 94,931,580 Kenya shillings from the approved budget of the fiscal year 2023-2024. Under development expenditure of 5,688,167,708 Kenya shillings, constituting of capital transfers or grants of 1,223,533,500 Kenya shillings, and acquisition of assets amounting to 4,464,634,208 Kenya shillings. The effect being a decrease of 220,513,137 Kenya shillings from the approved budget estimates of fiscal year 2023-2024. This translates to a development ratio of 35%, while the personnel emolument ratio stands at 41%. The development ratio complies with fiscal responsibility principle, which requires the same to be at least 30%, while the ratio on personnel emoluments is more than the set threshold of 35% of the total revenue. Honorable Speaker, after considering the supplementary budget proposals, the addendum, the additional notes submitted on 8th and 9th April 2024, submissions from the CCM Finance, submission from the County Assembly's Head of Finance, and the recently enacted County Government's Additional Allocations Act of 2024, the committee recommends the following resource envelope to finance the second supplementary budget for fiscal year 2023-2024. 1. Equitable share, 11,03,296,347 Kenya shillings. 2. Equalization fund, 12,923,347 Kenya shillings. 3. Unconditional grants, 14,536,040 shillings. 4. Conditional grants, 1,345,412,427 Kenya shillings. 5. On source revenue, 2,998,879,462 Kenya shillings. 6. Hospital revenues, 1,008,000,000 Kenya shillings. 7. Asset disposal, 100 million Kenya shillings. Total, 16,483,047,623 Kenya shillings. Honorable Speaker, further the committee highlights the second supplementary budget proposals per each department and recommends as follows. Office of the Governor. The Office of the Governor had an approved budget of 610,452,324 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 19,578,170 Kenya shillings for development and 590,874,154 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The County Treasury proposed to retain the recurrent budget at 590,874,154 Kenya shillings, but with reallocations within the office. Further, the County Treasury proposes to retain the development budget at 19,578,170 Kenya shillings. The Commission for Revenue Allocation recurrent budget ceilings for the County Executive, that is the Office of the Governor and County Public Service Board, is 618,887,863 Kenya shillings. This allocation is above the set CARA allocation by 10 million. The committee recommends that the Office of the Governor be allocated 19,578,170 Kenya shillings for development and 590,874,154 Kenya shillings for recurrent expenditure, respectively. On the Office of the County Attorney, the approved budget for that office is 92,864,716 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 9.3 million Kenya shillings for development and 83,564,716 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes to retain both the recurrent and development budgets. The committee recommends that the recurrent expenditure be set at 83,564,716 Kenya shillings and 9.3 million Kenya shillings for development expenditure as per the county treasury's proposal. Department of Trade, Industry and Tourism and Innovation has an approved budget of 696,762,847 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 498,778,732 Kenya shillings for development and 197,984,115 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The county treasury proposes to retain the recurrent budget, but with reallocations and increase the development budget to 648,778,732 Kenya shillings. The committee recommends that the recurrent expenditure in the department be retained at 197,984,115 Kenya shillings and increase the development expenditure to 648,778,732 Kenya shillings as per the county treasury's proposal. Department of Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management. This department had an approved budget of 2,171,767,901 Kenya shillings, constituting of 849,703,533 Kenya shillings for development and 1,322,064,366 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The county treasury proposes to increase the total recurrent budget estimates for the department by 18,416,041 Kenya shillings from 1,322,064,366 Kenya shillings to 1,340,480,407 Kenya shillings, being an effect of increase in programs 1, revenue management by 1 million, program 2, budget formulation, coordination and implementation by 1 million, program 5, accounting services by 112,572,905 Kenya shillings. Program 8, monitoring and evaluation by 18 million, and decreases in program 6, human resource management and support services by 97.5 million Kenya shillings, and program 7, economic planning, statistical services by 16,656,864 Kenya shillings. In the development budget, the county treasury proposes to decrease the budget by 99,898,980 Kenya shillings from 849,703,533 Kenya shillings to 749,804,553 Kenya shillings, being an effect of decrease in programs 1, revenue management by 1 million, program 2, budget formulation, coordination and implementation by 40 million, program 4, accounting services by 58,898,980 Kenya shillings. The committee recommends that the recurrent budget of the department be increased to 1,340,480,407 Kenya shillings and development budget be reduced to 729,804,553 Kenya shillings. Department of Devolution. In the Department of Devolution, the approved budget of the department is 1,359,541,711 Kenya shillings, constituting of 95,857,965 Kenya shillings for development and 1,263,689,746 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The county treasury proposes to retain the recurrent budget and increase the development budget by 12.5 million Kenya shillings from 95,857,965 Kenya shillings to 108,357,965 Kenya shillings, being an increase in program 1, administration and coordination services. The committee recommends that the recurrent budget of the department be retained at 1,263,683,746 Kenya shillings and development budget be increased to 108,357,965 Kenya shillings. Department of Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development. Honorable Speaker, this department has an approved budget of 1,264,602,954 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 874,530,142 Kenya shillings for development and 390,072,812 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The county treasury proposes to increase the recurrent budget by 5.65 million Kenya shillings from 390,072,812 Kenya shillings to 396,222,812 Kenya shillings, being an increase in Program 6, Agricultural Training Center, and decrease the development budget by 78,171,930 Kenya shillings from 874,530,142 Kenya shillings to 796,358,212 Kenya shillings, being decreases in Programs 1, General Administration and Support Services by 142 million Kenya shillings, Program 4, Fisheries Development by 3,139,330 Kenya shillings, and increase in Program 6, ATC, by 66,967,400 Kenya shillings. Following the submission of additional notes from the County Treasury, the recurrent was retained at 390,072,812 Kenya shillings, and the development budget reduced to 796,150,814 Kenya shillings. The committee recommends that recurrent expenditure in the department be retained at 390,072,812 Kenya shillings, and the development expenditure be reduced to 796,150,814 Kenya shillings. Department of Health. This department has an approved budget of 5,372,107,547 Kenya shillings, constituting of development expenditure of 1,095,245,036 Kenya shillings and 4,276,862,511 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The county treasury is proposing to increase the recurrent budget by 75 million to 4,351,862,511 Kenya shillings, being an effect of increases in Program 1, General Administration and Support Services by 29,170,467 Kenya shillings. Program 2, Machakos Level 5 by 62,512,956 Kenya shillings, and decreases in Program 3, Kangundo Level 4 by 2,102,111 Kenya shillings. Program 4, Matu Level 4 by 1 million Kenya shillings. Program 5, Kadhiani Level 4 by 6,410,845 Kenya shillings. Program 10, Mutituni Level 4 by 1 million Kenya shillings. Program 11, Ndivini Level 4 by 1 million Kenya shillings. Program 12, Kalama Level 4 by 1,570,467 Kenya shillings. And Program 13, Public Health by 2.6 million Kenya shillings. The Treasury further proposes to reduce development budget by 130,442,227 Kenya shillings to 964,802,809 Kenya shillings, being an effect of a decrease in Program 1, General Administration by 189,442,227 Kenya shillings, and increase in Program 13, Public Health by 59 million Kenya shillings. Following submission of additional notes, the County Treasury proposed to reduce the recurrent budget to 4,345,380,767 Kenya shillings. The committee recommends that the recurrent and development expenditures of the department be reduced to 4,345,380,767 Kenya shillings and 964,802,809 Kenya shillings respectively. Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works. This department, Honorable Speaker, has an approved budget of 899,738,023 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 649,231,765 Kenya shillings for development and 250,546,258 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes to increase the recurrent budget estimate by 982,939,000. To increase the recurrent budget by 932,939 Kenya shillings to 251,489,000 197 Kenya shillings, being an effect of decrease in Program 3, County Government Building Services by 9,017,061 Kenya shillings, and an increase in Program 4, Count Fleet Management of 10 million Kenya shillings. Under development budget, the county treasury proposes to reduce the same by 71 million Kenya shillings to 578,231,765 Kenya shillings, being an increase in Program 1, General Administration and Support Services by 6 million, and decrease in Program 3, County Government Building Services by 77 million Kenya shillings. The committee recommends that the recurrent expenditure of the department be increased to 251,489,197 Kenya shillings, and the development budget be reduced to 578,231,765 Kenya shillings. Department of Education. This department has an approved budget of 735,108,805 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 97,729,112 Kenya shillings on development and 637,379,693 Kenya shillings for recurrent expenditure. The county treasury proposes to retain the recurrent budget and increase the development budget by 17.5 million Kenya shillings to 115,229,112 Kenya shillings, being an increase in Program 3, Youth Development Services. Following the submission of additional notes, the county treasury proposes to increase both the recurrent and development budgets to 663,861,437 Kenya shillings and 122,729,112 Kenya shillings, respectively. The committee recommends that the recurrent expenditure of the department be increased to 663,861,437 Kenya shillings, and further recommends that development expenditure be revised to 122,729,112 Kenya shillings. Department of Lands, Housing, Urban Development and Energy. Honorable Speaker, this department has an approved budget of 505,162,073 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 264,395,803 Kenya shillings for development and 240,766,270 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The county treasury proposes to retain both the recurrent and development budget estimates for the department. The committee recommends that both the recurrent and development budgets be retained at 240,766,270 Kenya shillings and 264,395,803 Kenya shillings, respectively. On Department of Gender, Youth, Sports and Social Welfare, Honorable Speaker, the department has an approved budget of 557,294,772 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 337,655,003 Kenya shillings on development and 219,639,769 Kenya shillings on recurrent expenditure. The county treasury proposes to reduce the recurrent budget estimates by 5,617,398 Kenya shillings to 214,022,371 Kenya shillings, being a decrease in Program 1, Administrative Services, and decrease the development budget by 21 million to 316,655,003 Kenya shillings, being an effect of decreases in Programs 2, Sports Management by 5 million, Program 3, Youth Empowerment by 60 million, and increase in Program 4, Gender and Social Services by 44 million Kenya shillings. The committee recommends that recurrent expenditure for the department be reduced to 212,817,769 Kenya shillings, and further recommends that development expenditure for the department be reduced to 316,655,003 Kenya shillings. Department of Water, Irrigation, Environment and Climate Change. This department has an approved budget of 967,863,704 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 821,675,584 Kenya shillings for development and 146,188,120 Kenya shillings for recurrent. The county treasury proposes that the recurrent and development budget estimates for the department be retained as proposed, but with some reallocations. Following the enactment of County Government's Additional Allocation Act of 2012, the County Treasury proposes to increase the development budget to 855,027,852 Kenya shillings, being an increase for the FLOCA grants. The committee recommends that the recurrent expenditure in the department be retained at 146,188,120 Kenya shillings, and development expenditure in the department be increased to 855,027,852 Kenya shillings. On County Public Service Board, which has an approved budget of 41,013,709 Kenya shillings, constituting of 3 million on Kenya shillings on development and 38,013,709 on recurrent. The County Treasury proposes that the recurrent and development budget estimates for the board be retained as proposed. The committee recommends the recurrent expenditure of the County Public Service Board be retained at 38,013,709 Kenya shillings, and development budget be retained at 3 million Kenya shillings. County Assembly. Honorable Speaker, the County Assembly has an approved budget of 1,300,995,826 Kenya shillings, which constitutes of 292 million Kenya shillings for development and 1,008,995,826 Kenya shillings for recurrent expenditure. The County Treasury proposes to retain both the recurrent and development budget estimates. The committee recommends that the County Assembly's budget on development be retained at 292 million Kenya shillings, and that of the recurrent be retained at 1,008,995,826, but with some reallocations. General Committee's observations. Honorable Speaker, in processing the supplementary budget, the committee made the following observations. A, provision for other capital grants and transfers, that is pending bills, under Department of Finance for 94,978,036 Kenya shillings, partially, since the total vote is 180 million Kenya shillings, has been moved from the development budget for recurrent budget, which violates Section 145B of the PFM Act of 2012 and PFM County Government's Regulations of 2015, Section 47D. B, provision of compensation of employees exceeds the set legal limit of that 5% and stands at 41%. C, reallocations in some departments are more than the stipulated 10% in the PFM Act, in the PFM Regulations 39, subsection 9, which states that in approving any estimates under Section 135 and 154, the County Assembly approval shall not exceed 10% of the approved budget estimates of a program of a sub-vote unless it is for an unforeseen and an unavoidable need. For instance, in the following departments under development: roads, transport and public works, agriculture, food security and cooperative development, health, finance, economic planning and revenue management, trade, industry, tourism and innovation. Under recurrent expenditure, Department of Finance, economic planning and revenue management, health, gender, youth, sports and social welfare. The law allows the County Assembly to approve a higher percentage, in particular on special circumstances as stipulated under Section 135, subsection 7 of the PFM Act of 2012. D, the committee observed a reduction in the overall development budget amounting to 220,513,137 Kenya shillings. E, reduction of the emergency fund by 40 million Kenya shillings from 70 million Kenya shillings to 30 million Kenya shillings. F, allocation of recurrent budget in the Office of the Governor and County Public Service Board exceeding the CARA set ceiling by 10 million Kenya shillings. G, major provisions for other capital or current transfers and other operating expenses across all the departments. H, the committee noted introduction of new programs or vote heads which were not in the approved budget. I, provision of 26,570,467 Kenya shillings under the Department of Health recurrent budget for electricity, water, and sewerage bills, being reallocations within the department from NHIF reimbursements across all the hospitals. J, a major reduction in conditional grants. K, inclusion in additionals of 150 million Kenya shillings from the national government for the county aggregation and industrial parks. I, increased funding for the agriculture training center, that is recurrent by 5.65 million Kenya shillings, and development by 66 million 967,400 Kenya shillings. M, scrapping of the 10 million Kenya shillings meant for county buildings insurance and reallocated to motor vehicle insurance. Honorable Speaker, the committee invited the CNCM Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management to respond to concerns raised during the interrogation of the second supplementary budget estimates of 2023-2024, and the following were his submissions. A, on pending bills under Department of Finance being moved from the development budget to recurrent budget, the CCM Finance submitted that the approved payment plan was 200 million Kenya shillings, that is 114 million Kenya shillings, 978,035.59 Kenya shillings as recurrent, and 85,021,964.41 Kenya shillings as development. This, therefore, has necessitated the movement of 94,978,036 Kenya shillings to recurrent to top up the initial recurrent allocation of 20 million Kenya shillings. B, on provision of compensation of employees exceeding the set legal limit of 35% and currently being at 41%, the CCM Finance informed the committee that the high wage bill is occasioned by crucial sectors such as health, which accounts for 51% of the proposed budget on compensation to employees for financial year 2023-2024. Compensation to employees amounts to 6,722,620,150 Kenya shillings, which includes 3,436,366,086 Kenya shillings for the Department of Health. This has been necessitated by the health workers' collective bargaining agreement, not to mention also the current health workers' strike, which may also push the wage bill higher. C, on reallocations in some departments being more than the stipulated 10% in Regulation 39, subsection 9 of the PFM Regulations 2015, the CCM Finance informed the committee that this has been occasioned by inadequacy of budget for health sector for non-discretionary expenditures such as drugs, non-pharmaceuticals, food, cleaning services, and need to enhance budget implementation and service delivery. D, regarding the continued reduction in the emergency fund budget from 90 million to 70 million Kenya shillings, now to 30 million Kenya shillings, the committee was informed that the emergency regulations require the executive to prepare and submit the county disaster management plan to the county assembly for approval before utilization of the funds. E, on major provisions for other current or capital transfers and other operating expenses across all departments, the committee was informed that all the donor funds, county established funds, and county-owned contribution linked to donor funds are budgeted under capital and current transfers vote lines. F, regarding the introduction of new programs or voted which were not in the approved budget, such as purchase of bicycles and motorcycles, distribution of beehives, vocational training center capital transfers or grants, and youth and women empowerment, the CCM Finance informed the committee that this was to enhance budget implementation and accessibility of government services. G, on major reduction in conditional grants, the CCM Finance submitted that the grants are dependent on County Government's Additional Allocation Act as approved by the National Assembly or Senate. H, on increased funding for the Agricultural Training Center, the committee was informed that this was for the purpose of enhancing implementation of youth empowerment. I, regarding the scrapping of 10 million Kenya shillings meant for county buildings insurance and allocating the same amount to motor vehicle insurance, the committee was informed that the building insurance can only be done after evaluation of the government buildings, which is scheduled to be done in phases starting from the fiscal year 2024-2025. Additionally, the motor vehicle insurance has a deficit of 10 million Kenya shillings, hence the reallocation. J, on construction and refurbishment of social hall in the Department of Gender, the committee was informed that the locations are for construction of a new social hall at Mololongo Chiefs Camp and refurbishment of existing social hall at Makadara in Athi River Ward. K, regarding the planned rent or leasing of motor vehicles, whose amount is being fully reallocated to other vote lines, the CCM Finance submitted that the fiscal year is almost coming to an end and the leasing framework is not yet finalized. That the amount is likely to be non-utilized within the financial year, hence the reallocation. L, on the funds in the budget such as Wekwatio, Youth Table Banking, and Women Youth Empowerment Funds, without the attendant regulations, the committee was informed that all the regulations were being formulated. Committee recommendations. Honorable Speaker, the committee recommends that A, in future, procurement of goods, works, and services be initiated in the beginning of the financial year so that payment for the same is done within the financial year, thereby reducing the possibility of incurring pending bills. Further, strategies be put in place to clear the outstanding pending bills. B, the county treasury needs to come up with strategies of ensuring that the wage bill is within the set limit of 35% of the total revenue. C, the county treasury avoids reallocations which are more than 10% of the approved budget, and in case of an unavoidable reason, authority be sought from the county assembly for such movements. D, the county treasury allocates emergency funds as stipulated in law to ensure that county has enough resources to deal with any eventuality. Further, the county treasury should fully implement the emergency funds regulations as approved by this Honorable House. E, the county executive should ensure that all the conditions set in conditional grants are fully met to avoid withdrawal or reduction of funds by donors. F, the county executive first tracks the valuation of county buildings for processing of insurance to mitigate any risk exposures. G, the county executive ensures that all established funds should have the regulations in place to enable implementation of the funds. H, the county executive should strive to implement second supplementary budget and utilize the funds before the close of fiscal year 2023-2024. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, with the approval of fiscal year 2023-2024 second supplementary budget, the county should increase the absorption rate and avoid carrying forward balances that have been witnessed in the previous years. Honorable Speaker, the Budget and Appropriations Committee acknowledges the office of the Speaker and that of the County Assembly, and that of the Clerk of the County Assembly for facilitating the committee to undertake this exercise. I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the honorable members of the committee who sacrificed their time to participate in the meetings and in preparation of this report. Honorable Speaker, it is therefore my privilege and honor on behalf of the Budget and Appropriations Committee to table the fiscal year 2023-2024 second supplementary budget before this Honorable House for consideration and approval. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ndambuki. Thank you, members. Now, I invite members to debate this motion. Honorable Brian Kisila.
Madam Speaker, my name is Brian Kisila, representing the people of Mwala. I'd like to thank the chair for a very good, well thought out plan, which I fully support. I'm also very impressed that you did not touch Mwala level 4. In fact, personally, I talked to my minority leader that you had the mercy, you were good enough and kind not to touch Mwala level 4, which to me is very dear to my heart. And since my last convincing touch to the committee. I have seen
Sergeant
a
Atam,
lot.
please ensure that there's silence.
I have seen a lot of improvement.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I must say, I must say that Malala 4 is benefiting a lot. We now have a new ward which is being constructed. We also have a new X-ray building which is being constructed, and an equipment is coming on board. We also have an ultrasound for the same equipment, for the same facility. So there's a lot of good things happening there. But Madam Speaker, I must also note that on-source revenue is growing. There is a very commendable achievement. If we are going to achieve 2.9 billion, that will be a very good step in the right direction. And we can see whatever we've been putting in place for ensuring revenue is well collected has been achieved. Although still 2.9 billion is on the lower side, we need to push on source revenue to almost 3-4 billion shillings. Madam Speaker, I have some few concerns which I want to highlight. One, the emergency fund reduction. To me, that is not a good thing to do. We should not reduce monies for emergency fund. Actually, we should be increasing money for emergency fund. So kindly, I noted the response from the finance minister that we are working on a county disaster management plan. We urge him to move very fast so that we have that plan in place, and then so that we can be able to put that money. Because without emergency fund, we cannot progress when it comes to disaster. My other concern is on reallocations of more than 10%. The minister has well explained that. I'm happy with the explanations, although that needs to be approved by this House, and I'm sure that's why this supplementary is here, so that we can approve it. My second last point is on disposal of assets. We have provided for 100 million for disposal of assets. Mr. Chairman, I don't know which assets are these, and is there a provision for approval by this assembly that we approve disposal of almost 100 million? Which are these assets? Maybe you can clarify to us. And are they going to be tabled in this assembly so that we can approve? Madam Speaker, I'm also concerned about Department of Roads. We seem to be taking a lot of money from that department. And we seem to be putting a lot of money in a department called Trade. We don't see traction in Department of Trade. Madam Speaker, it is something which will make us come back here and to be re-elected as MCS, and together with Our Excellency Governor. It is good roads for our county and our wards. We seem to be all the time moving very fast to take money from roads and taking that money to a department called Trade, which, if you ask me, I am not seeing that traction of that department in our wards. So we need to start, I think it's a high time, Madam Speaker, we need to start demanding results from these people we are giving money. And if they don't deliver, Madam Speaker, in our next budgets, we are going to be a bit ruthless to them so that they can be able to deliver. Otherwise, Madam Speaker, I am impressed by the report, and I support. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Brian. Those are pertinent concerns. The chair budget is noting them for purposes of responding. Honorable Helen Betty, then Honorable Ndawa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand to congratulate the committee on the budget committee. I listened to the report and I think they have done a very conclusive report. My only area that I would like to raise is the issue of pending bills. I think as a county we are not doing very well because pending bills have been going up. I think, I don't know whether Mr. Chair, you can confirm with me, it's coming up to 3 billion. We don't seem to be fair. We need to really pay more attention and pay for services delivered to this county. We are only killing our economy because most of the suppliers, I'm sure, are Machakos residents. And, you know, they have borrowed money from banks to come and deliver services, so they should be paid. The other thing I've taken note of is the grants, conditional grants. They seem to be going down. And we need to find out why our development partners are not having that confidence to continue to give us more grants. The only other point that I would like to talk about is the Department of Trade. I don't know whether it is a few months ago when we were told that their development budget they spent 0%. And now we are allocating them more money. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ndeti. More concerns, Honorable Chair. Honorable Ndawa, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Judas Ndawa, representing the great people of Matu. Honorable Speaker, I will start by congratulating our most able chair, together with the committee members who used to burn, who burned midnight oil to ensure that the report is ready for tabling today. Honorable Speaker, I strongly support the report because I took part in compiling the same. And since I'm a member of the budget committee, I'll start by clearing some of the issues which have been asked by the previous speakers, starting with Honorable Brian Kisila. Honorable Speaker, the issue of moving monies from the Department of Roads amounting to 71 million. Honorable Speaker, these monies were meant for construction of governors and deputy governors' residence. And due to issues which are within the county, the department saw it wise to defer the issue of the two buildings, that is the governor's residence and the deputy governors, so that that money can be used to assist the Department of Health, which is almost exhausting its budget. So the monies were not for granting, was not for building roads, it was for construction. And remember, the Department of Roads is the one which is mandated to handle the issues of constructions. Honorable Speaker, the other issue which has been raised by Mheshimiwa Ellen Ndeti about the Department of Trade. Honorable Speaker, the monies that we are giving the department is the money that we got from the national government. You remember the national government was assisting us to construct the you call it aggregation what? Count aggregation. Yes. Send us. So that is the money. We are not taking money from elsewhere. And we hope that we are going to utilize the monies for the intended purpose. Again, Honorable Speaker, because I sat in the committee when we were interrogating the CCM and his team, Honorable Speaker, the issue of Wenjibe, which seems to be a thorn in the flesh, Honorable Speaker, one of the reasons why we are having a huge wage bill is due to a collective bargaining agreement which was reached by the national government and the Mendics. And us as a county, we were not a party. We were not a party to the agreement. But since now, the Mendics are working in health, and health is devolved. That is where we are now. Again, Honorable Speaker, I would request my senior ranking member, because she's a good friend of mine, and she understands very well. You allow me to conclude, because what I'm saying here, it's true reflection of what is happening. Again, Honorable Speaker, there is an issue of exceeding 10%. Us as a committee, we were not for approving the exceeding the 10%. But due to the law that we have been given, the law allows the county assembly to approve a higher percentage, in particular on special circumstances, as stipulated under Section 135 of the Public Finance Management Act of 2012. So in case one has an issue on that issue of 10%, kindly consult that section of the Public Management Act.
Do you know the special circumstances?
Eh?
Do you know the special circumstances that were obtaining on this one?
Yes. The department explained it very well. It explained very well that the issue, as you are aware, especially the issue of recurrent. When we talk of recurrent, these are things that you use, or you solve that problem, but in short time, the problem reoccurs. As you are aware, Honorable Speaker, we are stocking our hospitals, and within a very short time, you hear that we don't have drugs. That is a major cause, and that is why majority of a big portion of the money that we reallocated, we send it to Department of Health. Okay. And we are also concerned about the ongoing strike, which we don't know when we are going to be out of that problem. The other issue which was raised, and I think the care should be very clear. The issue of 100 million disposal of property, that is the issue which has been raised by Mheshimiwa Asset. If I recall very well, the 100 million is not going to come after we have disposed the assets. Because when we were passing the budget, we just gave 100 million to facilitate the disposal of assets. So since we never disposed the asset, that money has not been used. So that is the money we are talking about, the 100 million. Then the other issue, which other issue?
Point of information taken.
I see my leader is struggling to explain the points. And I kind of feel if he's not privy to them.
He's a medic.
Yeah. If he's not privy to them, he'll rather leaves the points with chairman, because there are 2 points he's trying to highlight here. Which act is he talking about which allows us to go above 20%? Be very specific on the act. 2, be very specific. Don't tell us unforeseen circumstances. Because if you are going to approve anything above 10%, quote the act. Be very specific. Number 2, the 100 million is provided for. It's disposal of assets. We are disposing assets worth 100 million. So don't say it was in the budget. It is, where are these assets? These are the questions which you are asking. And if it's not very clear on them, let him allow, please, the chairman to explain so that he does not start making us start losing our support for what the chairman has said. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Ndawa.
Thank you. Since he's insisting that the issue of 100,000 leave to the chair, the 100 million, the chair is present, I'm very sure he's going to handle that. About the issue of the
Thank
act.
you.
Mheshimiwa, you have the report in your gadget. And we are talking of section 135 subsection 7. That is the law which allows. So you can use yes. 135 subsection 7 of the Public Finance Management Act here 2012. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I support the report.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ndawa. More contribution, Honorable Members. Honorable Alphonse Mutinda, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Alphonse Mutinda, representing Kiva Ward. Madam Speaker, I rise to support the budget because it is my responsibility to do it. But I have a concern with the health department. Madam Speaker, if you see the allocation which has been given to Machakos level 5, it is 32 million for development. But when you see Matu level 4, which is level 4, it has been given bigger allocation, which is 4 million. Madam Speaker, I wonder if Masinga has given only 4 million, and it is the hospital whereby my people from Kiba will rely on. How comes level 4, and we are aware all the referrals are being taken to level 5?
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
Kindly,
Point of information.
kindly, Madam Speaker, protect me.
It is very important. Very important.
Protect me. Kindly protect
Information.
me, Madam Speaker. I want
Allow the
I
honorable
want
member.
to utilize
He has
my
mentioned Matu.
only 5 minutes.
Allow. It's good. Since
Madam Speaker, I want to make
Information.
use of only my 5 minutes. Then I sit down. Kindly,
information.
You are concerned about the allocation of Masinga?
Masinga.
Matu.
Yes.
Matu.
Information, since I represent that word. If you allow me, Honorable Speaker.
I will allow him to proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for that protection. Honorable Member, let us agree. All the referrals from our respective wards are referred to Machakos level 5, whereby it should be given the highest amount in terms of development. I wonder, Matu being allocated 40 million for development, and Masinga, whereby my people
Point of
will...
information, Madam Speaker. Point of information.
Madam Speaker, will you keep
Point of
protecting me?
information, Madam Speaker, kindly.
Honorable member, you are concerned.
Yes, we
Masinga-
are concerned.
Honorable Speaker, the member speaking
Let
is
me-
misleading the House.
Let me finish.
We just give him information before he finishes. Since if we sit down, we'll not have an opportunity to inform him.
Yes.
Kindly allow me
Point
to
of information.
inform. Yes.
Okay. Honorable Dawa, you can inform the member.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
normal is-
I just want to inform the Honorable Member that Matule for 4 serves as the referral hospital for that sub-region. Members of patients from all over the world that are within Yatta and Masinga bring their patients to Matu. And that is why we are saying let Matu level 4 be elevated to level 5 so that we can be able to decongest level 5. All the trips we are making from Yatta sub-county to Machakos level 4, we are spending a lot of fuel, a lot of time, and we are subjecting our patients to our need, to unnecessary torture, and some other times, old patients die on the way. If we can have Matu elevated to level 5, and that is what the governor is intending to do, I think that will have solved the problem. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
So you are justifying why Matu has more allocation?
Of course, yes.
Compared to
yes, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I think it's
Information, Madam Speaker. Additional information, Honorable Speaker.
Proceed and give additional
Honorable
information.
Speaker, just to inform Honorable Alphonse about the 40 million against 4 million for Masinga. 40 million is to be utilized in the purchase of a CT scan machine and construction of some buildings. That will cost 40 million. In particular, morgue in Matu, a laboratory, and CT scan house in Matu. And casualty wing. Thank you.
Additional information, Madam Speaker.
Additional.
Thank you. If you have been following keenly the debates about Machakos level 5, we are in agreement as a house that we must empower Matu level 4, we must empower Kadhiani, we must empower Athi River, we must empower Kangundo and Mwala, so that the congestion in Machakos level 5 is eased. So I support that the hospital at sub-regional levels be heavily, we invest more money there so that we decongest Machakos level 5. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. I hope, Honorable Alphonse, you have been, there is justification already why it is like that.
I totally agree.
You totally agree?
I totally agree.
Thank you.
If the idea was to raise the level 4 to come level 5, because my people of Kiba will also be coming to the nearer hospital, which is level 5.
Thank you. And also to decongest Machakos level 5.
I understand, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member.
So I rise to continue supporting the supplement budget.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. That was very, very important. More contributions. I put the question. I wish to invite the mover to come and reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to thank honorable members of this House for their passionate contribution to the debate. And as earlier on alluded by Honorable Ndawa, it is true that, Honorable Speaker, much has been done, and the second supplementary budget for fiscal year 2023-2024 is objective in ensuring that we bring development closer to our people. Honorable Speaker, as I respond to some of the issues like on-source revenue, Honorable Kisila has said that 2.9 is a bit on the lower side. I wish to request, it is good, but we need to raise it up. Honorable Speaker, through you, I wish to request the Committee on Finance to ensure that they put the Department of Revenue, Finance and Revenue Management to task to ensure that we increase on-source revenue. Now that we're also giving some funds to ensure that we come up with a very good system to enhance on-source revenue. collection. About asset disposal, Honorable Speaker, the 100 million allocation is to ensure that that process is undertaken. And I'm sure that the committee, the finance committee from our assembly will be much involved in the process together.
So this is not a source of, you're saying it's not a source
it is
of
money in, money out.
money in, money out.
Out.
Okay. From disposal of assets.
Yes, we project to get 100 million revenue from disposal of assets.
Okay.
We have grounded vehicles which are here. We have furniture that is obsolete that we want to dispose as county government.
What was the criteria used to come up with this figure if you did not know the assets to be disposed?
Honorable Speaker, I believe that the finance department has already come up with strategies, and that is their projection.
Okay.
Just like on-source revenue where we put projections.
Just
That is the
projections.
projection. Yes,
Okay.
that is projection.
All right.
And that is what we aspire to get. Much has been spoken about the Department of Trade gaining money, and that is on matching fund, where the national government is giving us money, and also as government we're also contributing money. We're adding to what we had already budgeted for county aggregated industrial parks. And I believe that program is up and running. The chair, trade committee can attest that the program is ongoing. About the allocation on level 5 and other facilities, Honorable Speaker, that debate that was lively. I think, Honorable Speaker, we've come to agreement that we need to allocate more funds to level 5 to ensure that we reduce congestion. And one additional point on level 5, Honorable Speaker, why we are giving it more money than the other facilities, that is 32 million. Big chunk of the money, that is 23 million, will be going towards the purchase of dental, renal, and cancer equipments at 23 million. And then the rest of the money will be distributed in refurbishment of existing buildings within the facility. I call upon honorable members to support the report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ndambuki. I now put the question that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the second supplementary budget, estimates for the county government and the Assembly for the financial year 2023-2024, tabled in the Assembly on the 16th April 2024. As many as of the opinion say aye. Aye. As many are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation number 2, Bill 2024, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, second reading.
May I invite Honorable Dominic Ndambuki, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to come forward and take us through the second reading.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Dominic Ndambuki, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriations Committee. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 121, Sub-Order 1, I beg to move the motion that the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation number 2, Bill 2024, Machakos County Bills number 1, be now read a second time. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. This bill spells out expenditure on recurrent and development within the county government. And I wish to call upon Honorable Nicholas Nzioka to second.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Nzioka. Thank you, Honorable Nicholas Nzioka. I propose the question that the Machakos County Assembly Appropriation Bill number 2 Sorry, I said that. Oh, I'm sorry. I can take that again. I propose the question that the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2, 2024, that is Machakos County Bill number 1, be now read a second time. I now invite members to discuss the second Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation 2024 bill. So I call upon members to debate this motion. I invite the mover to come and reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We may proceed to the next level.
Thank you. I hereby put the question that Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2 for 2024, that is Machakos County Bill number 1, be now read a second time. As many as are of the opinion say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Clerk, you may proceed.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issuance of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending 30th June 2024 and to appropriate that sum to certain public services and purposes.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Next order.
Order number 11, Committee of the Whole House.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable members, and welcome to Committee of the Whole House. I hope we wouldn't take long. So I would want to call clerk to proceed.
Committee of the Whole House on Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2, Bill 2024. Clause 3.
I propose the question that Clause 3 be part of the bill. I now put the question that Clause 3 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Schedules. Schedule 1, recurrent expenditure. Votes. Vote R0001.
I propose the question that vote R0001 be part of the bill. Yeah,
Sorry.
kindly try
I
to-
move
yeah.
that vote R0001 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the vote R0001 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0001 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0001 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Votes R0002, R0003, R0004, and R0005.
I propose the question that vote R0002, R0003, R0004, R0005 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the clause the vote R0002, R0003, R0004, and R0005 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause, as many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0006.
I propose the question that vote R0006 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0006 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that vote R0006 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0006 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0006 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0007.
I propose the question that vote R0007 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0007 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that vote R0007 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0007 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0007 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0008.
I propose the question that vote R0008 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote R0008 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0009.
I propose the question that vote R0009 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0009 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that vote R0009 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0009 be amended as proposed. As many of that opinion say ayes. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0009 as amended be part of the bill. As many as of that opinion say yes. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0010.
I propose the question that vote R0010 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0010 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the vote R0010 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0010 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0010 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0011.
I propose the question that vote R0011 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0011 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that vote R0011 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0011 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0011 as amended be part of the bill. As many of that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Votes R0012 and R0013.
I propose the question that the vote R0012 and R0013 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote R0012 and R0013 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0014.
I propose the question that vote R0014 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0014 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the vote R0014 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0014 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0014 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Totals for recurrent.
I propose the question that the totals for recurrent be part of the bill.
I move that totals for recurrent be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the totals for recurrent be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the totals for recurrent be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. I now put the question that the totals for recurrent as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Schedule 2, development expenditure. Votes. Vote D0001, D0002, and D0003.
I propose the question that vote D0001, D0002, D0003 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0001, D0002, and D0003 be part of the bill. As many as are of that opinion say ayes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0004.
I propose the question that vote D0004 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0004 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the vote D0004 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0004 be amended as proposed. As many as are of that opinion say yes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0004 as amended be part of the bill. As many as are of that opinion say ayes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0005.
I propose the question that vote D0005 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0005 be part of the bill. As many as are of that opinion say yes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0006.
I propose the question that D0006 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0006 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the vote D0006 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0006 be amended as proposed. As many as are of that opinion say yes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0006 as amended be part of the bill. As many as are of that opinion say ayes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Votes D0007 and D0008.
I propose the question that vote D0007 and vote D0008 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0007 and D0008 be part of the bill. As many as are of that opinion say yes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0009.
I propose the question that vote D0009 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0009 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the vote D0009 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0009 be amended as proposed. As many as are of that opinion say yes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D009 as amended be part of the bill. As many as are of that opinion say yes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Votes D0010 and D0011.
I propose the question that vote D0010 and vote D0011 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0010 and D0011 be part of the bill. As many as are of that opinion say ayes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0012.
I propose the question that vote D0012 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0012 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that vote D0012 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0012 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0012 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0013.
I propose the question that the vote D0013 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0013 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0014.
I propose the question that vote D0014 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0014 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the vote D0014 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0014 be amended as proposed. As many as are that opinion say ayes. As many as are the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0014 as amended be part of the bill. As many as are that opinion say yes. As many as are the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Totals for development.
I propose the question that the totals for development be part of the bill.
I move that totals for development be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the totals for development be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the totals for development be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the totals for development as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Grant total.
I propose the question that grant total be part of the bill.
I move that grant total be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the grant totals be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the grant totals be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. I now put the question that the grant total as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill.
I move that clause 2 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the clause 2 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the clause 2 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Long title.
I propose the question that the title of the bill be the title of the bill. I now put the question that the long title of the bill, the long title be the long title of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill.
I move that clause 1 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that the clause 1 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the clause 1 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the clause 1 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it.
I wish to move the motion that the committee do report its consideration of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation number 2, Bill number 1 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
I propose the question that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation number 2, Bill number 1 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. I put the question that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation number 2, Bill number 1 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Thank you, honorable members, and now we are through with the committee of the whole. So, Sergeant at Arms, you can call the speaker.
Let's proceed. May I invite Honorable Chair of Chairs to come forward and continue. Honorable DS.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriations number 2, Bill number 1 of 2024, and has approved the same with amendments. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable DS. May I invite Honorable Ndambuki, the mover, to come forward and proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable Speaker, I wish to invite the House to recall, Honorable Speaker, in the report about one item that is a county where we are getting, and for the first time, we are getting equalization fund as a county where in particular 2 wards are benefiting, that is Kiva ward and Modesa ward. That is a plus for the county. And I believe the 2 wards have already identified their priority projects. Like in Kiva, they are constructing a healthy facility, and in Modesa ward, they are doing water projects. Madam Speaker, that is part of the reasons why we are supporting this supplementary budget. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Maybe Honorable Ndabuki, you could come and call a seconder. Yeah, please.
Honorable Speaker, I forgot. I call upon Honorable Ndawa to second.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Ndawa.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Judas Ndawa, and I second. And the reason why I'm seconding, in absence of this supplementary budget, Honorable Speaker, the county will not be able to move forward. So once we approve, I'm very sure things will be moving in the right direction. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I now propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I now put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Next order, clerk.
Order number 12, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation number 2 Bill 2024, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 2, third reading.
Thank you, clerk. May I now invite Honorable Dominic Ndambuki, Chairperson Budget and Appropriation Committee, to come and proceed with the third reading of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 131, Suborder 2, I beg to move the motion that the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriations number 2 Bill 2024, Machakos County Bills number 1, be now read a third time. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And in this bill, Honorable Speaker, there is contained appropriation on expenditure of the county government of Machakos, both on recurrent and development. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to call upon Honorable Justice Mutuku to second.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Justice Mutuku. Thank you, Honorable Member. I now propose the question that Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2, 2024, in brackets Machakos County Bills number 1, be now read a third time. I invite members to comment on the second Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024. Before I put the question, I invite the mover to comment.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to thank the entire House for staying put and supporting the committee in the process of executing the bill and processing the bill. Sorry, thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very, very much, Honorable Chair Budget. I now put the question that Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2, 2024, in brackets, Machakos County Bills number 1, be now read at that time. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. I now invite the clerk to read the long title.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issuance of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending 30th June 2024, and to appropriate that sum for certain public services and purposes.
Thank you, clerk, and congratulations, members. You've just passed the bill. Thank you. The House now adjourns to Wednesday, 17th April 2024 at 10 a.m. See you then, members. Thank you.
Sara, bebe hizi. Beba hizi. Hizi napeleka kwake direct. Sinasema muende tunazo